All right, everybody. All right, OU fans. It's time for another serious breakdown. This one's serious because they did come pretty close to beating TCU last weekend. Too many players on the field. Ineligible defense negated the win that could have been for Kansas. Kansas actually got a pick six on that particular play. The play was nullified because of too many men on the field. So they lose again, and they fall to 3-7 in league overall, 1-6 in league play. But I mean, if it weren't for that one play, they would be 4-6 and 2-4 in Big 12 play, because that would have been last 2 weeks for Kansas. But this time they'll be in our house in Norman. Well, that doesn't sound too intimidating anymore, does it? Even though, by the way, those were at that time and still are 2 teams in the top 10 in the country, by the way. What about this Kansas team? How good are they? Well, we'll find out next. Alrighty, everybody. Thanks for watching the OU football preview show here on Boomer Sooner 1982. The wins and what's and the wheres. The where will be at Owen Field, who is Kansas, at Oklahoma, Saturday, November 22nd, 2014, 11 a.m. on Fox Sports 1. The broadcast team for the TV will be Craig Bolerjack, former Kansas State alumni, and Ryan Neeks will do the color. Or you can listen to my buddy, my homeboy, Toby Rowland, T-Row in the Morning Show, Sports Talk 1400 Radio Network here in Norman. Helping him out will be Merv Johnson. Sideline analyzing for the Sooners. Also from Sports Talk 1400, along with Toby, are Dusty Dvorak and Teddy Lehman. But the lead sideline announcer for the Sooners, Chris Plank of Tulsa, the Buzz 1430 up there in the Buzz area. In the Tulsa area, sorry. Weather conditions, fairly nice. 50s and the upper 60s and upper 50s and lower 60s for this one. However, 90% chance of rain during the game from what I see from the Weather Channel right now. Check the local weather, though, before you get there for more information. Things to know about this rivalry. Oklahoma has played very well in this series. In fact, Bob has won the Kansas matchup every time they've played. Couple of tight ones in there. I remember a game in Kansas City that was pretty tight there early, but there you go. More recently, the Sooners won 38-30 in Lawrence last year, if I remember correctly, and then it was like 52-14 or 52-0 or something like that in Norman the year before in Norman before Kansas came in. Big 12 play. Clint Brown is now the interim head coach at Kansas. 1-4 for him. Last season, when he was on the staff, along with former head coach Charlie Weiss, they were 3-9, 1-8 in the league, finished last place, 12th in the Big 12. Their best or closest game last year was a 13-19 loss against West Virginia in Lawrence. It's been a while since they've been to the bowl, so going 3-9 last year. But last time they were there, in 2008, they did beat Minnesota in the Insight Bowl, 42-21. Big 12 titles since '99, since Stoops got there. 2007, they tied with Missouri. They didn't get to go to the title game because they did tie with Missouri, and Missouri won the outright title in that one. But there we go. Kansas review, 3-7 overall right now. 1-6 in league play. They started off pretty well against Southeastern Missouri State. 34-28 victory. Then went to ACC Conference champion Duke from last year. Played them this year at Duke. 41-3 is the final. 41-3 was the loss. Central Michigan, they got back on the winning track. 24-10. Then they played Texas. Lost 23-0. Lost at West Virginia 33-14. Lost to Oklahoma State 27-20. Lost at Tech 34-21. Lost at Baylor 60-14. They did finally beat Iowa State 34-14 before coming up just short against TCU 34-30, the final on that. Oklahoma, Bob Stoops is in his 15th year at Oklahoma. All 15 years, Bob's made a bowl. Has career wins 158-39, 802 winning percentage. Last year, another 10-win year for the Sooners, 10-3. Big 12 play, finished second, tied with Oklahoma State and Texas. Best win last year was the win over Oklahoma State to push them to the BCS. The final score in that one was a 33-24 final in Stillwater. Pushed them to the Sugar Bowl against Alabama, where they pulled the upset of the century in the BCS. 45-31 win over Alabama. Pushing Bob's winning percentage in bowls to right at 500 at 7-7. Conference and divisional titles since Stoops has arrived. Of course, they had the one in 2000. Then they've got another one in 2002, 2004, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2010, and 2012. Will not get one here in 2014 because of a 7-3 record. That is the OU review. As I said, 7-3 overall. 48-16 win over Louisiana Tech is how it started. Continued with another win over Tulsa, 52-7, before beating Tennessee 34-10, and then going up to Morgantown and winning 45-33. Then became the stumbling blocks at TCU, 37-33 loss to 25th ranked TCU. Got back on the winning track against Texas in the Cotton Bowl, 31-26, before losing again 31-30 to 14th ranked Kansas State. Got back on the winning track again, 59-14 victory over Iowa State, before losing again 48-14 in Norman to Baylor, 12th ranked Baylor, and then last week got back on the winning track at Texas Tech, 42-30. This is the first time Bob's lost back-to-back home games in the Stoops era. And by the way, at the time that they lost to those two teams, they were ranked 14th and 12th nationally. Now, given maybe you shouldn't lose to those teams, Kansas State and Baylor, maybe you shouldn't, maybe you do. But in my opinion, you lose, and you lost two pretty good teams In fact, right now, I believe last time I saw, Kansas State was actually playing West Virginia pretty strong in there, and which could mean that Oklahoma lost to the Big 12 champion, Kansas State or Baylor, in their own home court, which not too shabby on that point to lose to the Big 12 champion, if you want to think of it that way. Next time out, we'll have a Kansas review. The preview won't be out for a while now because now we'll have Thanksgiving to get you some turkey, etc., devil's eggs, etc., watch some football, and then after that, get back to norm, and we'll play Oklahoma State. Big 12 conference championship conference championship weekend. We'll play Okie State. Welcome them into our home, Norman, Oklahoma, where they haven't won since 2001. Just saying. Till then, find me on Facebook, Harry James Taylor, or tweet me at SoonerFanOK. Thanks for watching, everyone. And as always, Boomer Sooner, everybody. Take care.